yeah, yeah, my phone, yeah, yeah, my phone, 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 Pitch 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 my phone.
Friends to the end, no friends trend. I don't really got the time to spend my words, my worth, and to defend. Why that nigga want me in the deep end? Now where we gonna go from here? Do you really want me there? Do you want me near? Feeling like a bitch with a million tears, cause I feel it back and forth like a million years.
Yeah.
Need a nigga to call when they're trying to war. He gon' catch my fall when I'm ready to ball.
Yeah.
Need a nigga to call when they're trying to war. He gon' catch my fall when I'm ready to ball. Ready to ball.
Yeah.
The ball. Ready to ball. Ball. Ready to ball.
Yeah.
The ball. Need a nigga to call when they're trying to war. He gon' catch my fall when I'm ready to ball. Wanna be the recluse? Give me the juice.
Yeah.
Out this bitch, throw me deuce. You got the nerve and passion, but I hope that you got that satisfaction. Lack of communication got us fucked up in translation. And I'm pretty much done, this ain't no fun. Too many cars, there is no sun.
Pitch my phone, 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 pitch my phone,
Ready to ball.
pitch my phone, pitch my phone, pitch my phone,
Ready to ball.
pitch my phone, 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 pitch my phone,